Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings with me, Michael Jex, the tea-drinking author who is currently sitting in the sun with a cup of coffee, actually, but such are the things that happen. I'll apologise, this is going to be rather a sketchy video because I am, as you can see, not at home. I am, in fact, close to Ashbourne, where I have rented this very pleasant little chalet, one of a huge number of chalets in this site, and I'm researching the next book. It's going to be set in Tissington and Ashbourne and all the areas around here, and I thought it would be interesting just to come up here and do some research actually on the ground, as it were. And so that's what I'm doing. But, of course, I owe a video. And so I thought what I would do, because this thing arrived on my desk last week, just before I left to come here, I thought it might be interesting to show you what's inside. So let me take you out to my office. Welcome to my office. One iPad, one laptop, and my typing device, the Astra House FreeWrite, which is just superb for typing on, as well as 4 books of research, a notebook there, a notebook there, 2 more notebooks in there, and meanwhile, a really rather delightful location. Lots of chalets, and I can sit down and work to my heart's content without interruption. But this arrived just before I left, and I thought you'd like to see what's inside it. So here we are again. Instead of a cup of tea, lovely strong cup of coffee, which is keeping me alive today. Now, it is, apparently, the 18th birthday for Cult Pens. Cult Pens, as you all know, I started dealing with, almost 18 years ago, actually. It was when I was in Devon, and I wanted to find a company that saved on air miles and travelling miles and stuff. And I discovered this firm, Cult Pens, who were not very far away. They were in Devon. So I thought that'd be worthwhile having a look. And I thought it would be interesting to get one of their packs, which they're using to celebrate their birthday. By the time this video comes out, I think they will still be making packs like this. They've got one on inks, one on pens, one on something else, I think. So it's worthwhile. Now, inks. They promise 10 things, 10 interesting things. Why they saw fit to put a biro in, I'm not sure. But this is a Z-Grip Zebra, which is always a rather nice manufacturer. They make good pens and things. I might give that to my daughter. At least it's got the Union flag on it. But this is an inky selection, so let's see. We've got this Diamine Ink Vent Red Edition, all the best colour, but also Blue Edition Gold Star. Haven't tried either of these yet. You can see they're still sealed in their package, but they look good. Number 2, we have a trio. We have a Robert Oster Devon Green sample. We have a Jacques Herbin, which is Rivière de la Lune, which I think is a very dark blue. And then we've also got Octopus Fluids Pink Gazelle. Pink Gazelle. Not sure about that, but I'll try it. The only one I've tried so far is Devon Green, as well as bringing my Visconti and my Pineda. I'm going out and about on my push bike and making sure that I get different views, different scenes, and just getting a feel for the countryside. And I thought, I'm not going to take pens that cost £500+. So instead, I also brought my Bastion, which is loaded now with Devon Green. And this is the pen that I'm taking with me when I'm out and about on Pushbike taking notes. What else is there? Well, we have some delightful Kaweco black ink, made in Austria. Interesting. And it sells pearl black, so I assume it's got a slight shine to it, which would be interesting. We also have Winsor & Newton Vermilion. This, unfortunately, I don't think is going to be usable very easily, because I think it's only for dip pens. It's sketching, drawing type of inks. So, yeah, but it'll be fun to try it. My wife's very keen on it. Colourverse, this is a very dull sort of, don't know if this is going to pick up the colour. It's very much a grey. A Colourverse JFK's Dog Pushinka. Not sure where they get their ideas for names from, or the ideas for colours, but it's going to be interesting to try that out in the pen and just see how good that ink is. What else did they send? Well, they sent me 3 other things. One is a Robert Oster swatch play. I assume this is something, a little bit of card, feels like about 140, 150 GSM probably, and you can just test your inks on it. You can write out your inks on it, and that way you can keep a record of what type of ink you've got. Neat idea. And then there's also this, which is a delightful set of pages. It says Robert Oster signature, a drink for your pen, and it's basically just some nice quality paper in a small notepad. That won't last 5 seconds. I really rather like that. There's one other thing that Cult Pens sent me, and I've got to admit, I think this must be because they've watched my past videos. It's stuff to clean your hands when you've got ink all over them. Beyond Hand Cleaning Private Reserve Ink Zero, a luxury professional hand ink remover with 100% natural silica microspheres. Cosmetic grade formula. Yeah, right. But next time I get ink all over myself, I'll be trying this just to see if it works. So there you go, folks. An interesting selection. I'm going to be testing these inks at different times in the coming weeks. I'm going to be talking about them. I've still got to finish talking about the absolutely wonderful haul of inks that was sent to me by Dominant Industry, which have been very impressive. I've also got to do a little video about a bookmark that I've been sent by that nice little Chinese company called, and the name has escaped me. I left the thing back at home before I left, and it's a bookmark made out of brass, and it's very pretty. I'll be talking about that. And apart from that, that I think is your lot. Now, if you like this video, don't forget, please hit the like button, because that pushes me up the algorithms, and subscribe if you like, and hit the bell, share it, tell your friends about it, all those good things. But realistically, right now, it doesn't really matter. I have now got to start going through all of my notes here, which I've made down here near Tissington, near Ashbourne. I've got to finish writing up all of my ideas on this, the Astro House Freewrite, because this is the best tool for putting words on paper when you're away. It sits on your lap and you can just type. It's wonderful. I've done 1,000 words this morning already in the last hour. And then I'm going to try to manipulate things on my very ancient MacBook Air, which is so ancient that it hasn't been used since 2020, and I've just had to reload my password and login because I can't remember what I used to use on this thing, but it has linked together and it's working, together with my phone and my iPad and everything else. So I'm hoping that with this MacBook Air I can now edit this video and send it off into the ether so you can watch it tomorrow on Thursday. I'm hoping. I haven't got an absolute conviction about it, but I'm hoping. So with luck you'll see this, in which case thanks ever so much for getting this far through the video. I would love to add and append a little dog running, chasing, barking snapshot, but I can't because they're all on my iMac back at home, not here. What I must do is load them all into the cloud so that in future when I come away I can load them up from here, if I can work out how to use this MacBook Air to do it. There goes a car. Right, thanks a lot for watching and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.